Salutations, it's Mr. Dube. Do not get attached is the title of this video. Do not get attached to any outcome. Do not get attached to any place, to any body, to any material possessions. Nothing in this place. Do not get attached. It is just a dream, right? Simulation, mass consciousness, living itself out, right? An illusion, the matrix, whatever you want to call it. But what you can agree upon is that this place is temporary. Temporary, and I know I've spoken about this before, but it's a worthy reminder. It's a temporary place. You're passing by here, it doesn't matter in the end. It matters how you treat others and how you touch their souls. But everything else in this place, my man, it doesn't matter. It's just an experience. It's just an experience, and it's something that I've realized deeply recently, right? And come to an understanding within myself that this place is temporary. And that's why I'm coming out of my shell now. My nieces are old enough, because at first I was filtering myself, filtering the way I speak and who I am, thinking, I don't want my nieces to come across this online and say, hey, why is the uncle speaking like this? Why is he sharing these thoughts? Why is he so vulgar? And to corrupt them, right? But knowing this place, understanding it as well as I can at this moment in time, I know they'll be okay. The values that have been instilled into them as children, right? The core values that have been instilled to them as children will guide them throughout their life. And whether they come across their uncle, spewing his thoughts online one day and they find it, I don't think it will affect them in a negative way, because the uncle is speaking positivity into this world. I'm not using this platform to spread gossip. I'm not using this platform to try to scam people. I'm not using this platform to put anybody down. I'm not using this platform for anything but reminders and education for others, right? And understanding this at this point in time is why I'm saying I'm coming out of my shell, because this place is temporary, right? Temporary, and at this point in time, I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks, right? It's an experience, because what you're going to do to me, right? Before we center ourselves, we don't want to say certain things, we want to address certain issues, we want to live in a certain way. Why? Because we're afraid we're going to be cut off from economic resources or economic opportunities, or people are going to mess with our livelihood, right? They'll blackball you, because that happens even in business, guys. I think blackballing happens in the music industry alone, or in Hollywood alone, or in the arts. Even in normal everyday life, in business, you get blackballed. Why? Because there's cartels there. There's cartels. People clan up and click up. And if they don't like you, and they don't like what you say, they can make a phone call. Hey, let's not hire this guy. Let's not send any work his way. Listen to what he's saying. Listen to what he's saying about us and how we operate. And he's speaking truth, and he's shedding light on a lot of things, so we don't like that. So we're going to corner him, cut off his resources so that he starves to death. But at this point, I do not give a fuck. I don't care, because what you're going to do to me. It's just an experience. Yeah, we want to have a certain experience. We all have dreams. We all have ambitions. We all have a vision. You'd like your life to go in a certain way. You'd like for it to end up in a certain way. You'd like for that to happen. But if it doesn't, so what? So what? Why are you attached to that outcome? Yes, you want it to come out that way. It's an outcome that you desire. It's an outcome that you want. But so what if it doesn't happen that way? This place is a gift. It's a gift. It was not supposed, think about how insane the concept of life is in itself. How crazy it is that we have life at all. Then you'll understand, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of at this moment in time? What are you scared of? Because the worst thing that's going to happen is that you're going to die, or your body's going to die. But if you're awake, you're going to live forever. You're just going to filter through to the next experience. So I don't care. No matter what happens, I've said, you thought about the worst case. Think about the worst case scenario that can happen to you. Who cares? Ultimately, you're going to leave this vessel and go on to the next experience. No matter how painful or how tragic or however the experience is, it's just an experience. It's painful to us because of our way we filter this reality and how we understand this place, but it's just an experience. It was meant to happen. It was meant to happen because before anything happens here in this physical world, there has to be an agreement in the spiritual. To say, no, let that person go through that challenge. If people try to mess with you, if there's no agreement in the spirit, they can't. They're going to say, no, he doesn't need that experience. You can't allow that to happen to that man or that woman. Leave them alone for now. But if you might need the lesson, they'll be like, okay, when the devils come and they try to mess with you, and you might need the lesson, they say, okay, let the devils mess with this one a little bit. They need the lesson. So no one can fuck with you in this place. Unless the Creator allows them to fuck with you. Unless He says it's cool for them to fuck with you. There's nothing that can escape you in this place if it was meant for you. There's nothing that can escape you if it was meant for you. And there's nothing that you can go get and acquire and attain if it was not meant for you. Right? It goes back to that saying that even if the entire earth conspired against you, if something was meant for you, then it will be for you. No one can stop you from getting that thing. If the whole world had to conspire to stop something that was meant for you, it would not succeed. And if the whole world conspired and came together to try to assist you to get a certain outcome, they would not succeed. They would not succeed because it was not meant for you. Because this is a physical world, but there's higher realities, there are higher dimensions, right? Where your soul exists and everything trickles down here. This is the lowest level of reality. There has to be an agreement. There has to be a thumbs up from the spirit, from the spiritual world, right? And whether you believe or not, because this channel for me, if you're watching this, I'm here for the believers, people who believe in the unseen. Doesn't matter what religion you are, what you practice, but if you believe in the unseen, right, you believe in things that we cannot see, in higher dimensions, in a higher power than yourself, then you'll understand that there's higher powers out there. There's an order in this universe. The Godhead at the top, the source, then it trickles down and He spread that power throughout the universe, right? The Bible speaks of the seraphim, archangels, like Michael, Gabriel, or call him Gabriel in Islam, the angel Gabriel, right? There's a hierarchy. They got jobs in this universe, and they are supervising this place. They're watching over you. They're watching over us. All of us have a guardian angel. All of us have spirit guides. They're watching over you. They're there with you. You are just living out a script that was pre-written, right? You may be in alignment with your script and find it and fulfill it, or you may be a little bit lost. You may be a little bit lost and go that way. They'll try and nudge you through intuition, through visions, right? If you sit, really keep quiet and actually listen to yourself and listen to God speaking through you, or higher power speaking through you, it will guide you through intuition, visions, dreams. It will guide you towards your path. It may seem strange for others because they have a certain image of who you should be in this world and how you should live your life and how you should speak and how you should act for the person of your caliber in their minds. And when you step out of that frame, some people are disappointed, like, you shouldn't be behaving like this. I like that person. Why are you behaving this way? It doesn't suit you in their mind and their perception of you. But if you have something inside of yourself that say, no, go this way, follow that thing. Follow that feeling, follow it, because that is guiding you to who you're supposed to be in this experience. You're supposed to live out your script. And if you're a little bit lost, I'm going to say, no, you're a bit lost. Follow the script. This is the script. This is who you're supposed to be. This was what was pre-written for you before you came into this place. This was the agreement. This was the contract. This was what was supposed to happen. In the spiritual world, when you made a contract before you came into this place, when your story was written out that this is what's going to happen, this is what you're going to play, you're going to come into this world, this dream, this stage, this illusion, and you're going to act out this role. And this is what's going to happen, that's going to happen, and this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and that could happen. And you might meet this person along the way, and you follow it. And that becomes your life. But don't get attached. Because it means nothing. Even if you don't manage to find your purpose in this lifetime, and you deviate from the script, guess what? As long as you're kind and you're good to people, there's nothing lost. As long as you leave trails of goodness in people's souls, you're going to reap the rewards of those souls in the next experience. If you had a tragic, hard, painful experience here, but you're kind to people. Guess what? The kindness follows you into the next experience. Right? Whether it's heaven, Jannah, whether you're getting reincarnated, if you believe that you're going to get reincarnated again, so all that karma that's going to follow you is going to come with you into this world. You incarnate with all that good karmic debt, then your life looks like it was destined, and you get lucky as such. But it's your karma from the previous life. You pass on, you go to a higher place, a more beautiful place, a higher heaven. You get a better station in the higher heavens because of your deeds in this place. But if you force it and you try to get attached and you try to push an outcome and you try to make it happen by force, it works against you. It works against you. The universe follows a path of least resistance. You can't fight something that's not meant for you, Or you can't fight something that's meant for you, and you can't go chase something that's not meant for you. You can't get attached to it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It doesn't matter. People turn your back on you. The people that you knew, the people that you've been with all your life, when you come out of your shell and you start becoming who you are or who you aspire to be, or you're following the calling that's inside of you or the little voice that's inside of you to say, do this. Speak to the people, tell them, remind them. That's your job now. Go remind these people. Wake them up, or try to wake them up. Leave trails, leave some breadcrumbs for others, because you too were asleep at some point in time, and you wish someone could have spoken some words of wisdom into your mind. So when that happens and everybody else looks at you like you've gone mad and you've gone wild, it doesn't matter. The source, the universe, the higher powers will send other people. They'll create other people. They'll manipulate reality because they are in charge. You'll manifest other people around you that are going to support your new vision, as long as you're in alignment with yourself and you're cool with God and you're not hurting anybody. You're not transgressing on anybody's, not infringing on anybody's rights in this place. Nobody's going to bed at night crying because you screwed them over. You ill-treated them. And if you did, you need to go make things right with them. But everything else really doesn't matter in this place. Apart from that, apart from your soul and good deeds, nothing else matters. People will ridicule you. They can laugh at you. Who cares? Ask yourself that question. Who gives a fuck? Because after 1,000 years, all of that's going to be forgotten. Like you never existed. And I've said this in a previous video, right? I'm like, name the fucking dumbest guy from 1918 or 1675. Name a random year. You can't name it. Who was the richest guy in 1445? Off the top of your head. Who was the poorest guy in 1445? Who was the biggest clown in 1445? Who was living? Where did it, like who do you know from that era? A name that pops into your mind? Nobody. A nerd might go there and know out of the top of their head because they read a lot in their research, but you yourself, you know nobody from that era. So you're going to be that person, you're going to be that nobody one day. So if you live your life scared to move and be yourself because of fear. Fear of what exactly? It's just an experience, no matter how terrible it is. Sounds insensitive because people going through real things, right? But it's still just an experience. However terrible you may look at it, no matter what it is. I've experienced terrible things in my life, but I look at them now, I'm like, it's just an experience. I was supposed to learn something from that. What did it teach me? What did I realize? What did I discover about myself, my soul? Right? Because it's teaching you something about yourself. So when they put me through that test, what did it bring out of me, right? Because circumstances in this life, it doesn't make you, it reveals you to yourself. So what did that experience reveal about you to yourself? Right? That's all that matters. Apart from that, who cares, guys? Don't get attached. Not to people, not to relationships, not to outcomes. You wish and want things to work out in a certain way, but if they don't, who cares? It doesn't matter at the end of the day. You're going to die, you're going to move on to this place. Not to be despondent and be lazy and not go out there and actually try to do something. It's just a game. It's a simulation, right? It's a dream. You're co-dreaming with other people, all dreaming the same dream at the same time, within the same dream, and now consciousness affects the dream. The mass consciousness affects the mass dream. right? Inside of this game, you're just playing it. Play your part, play your role, play it the best that you can. Because it's a gift, it's an opportunity. Hey, I don't know how this happened. We've got religion telling us, everybody has the idea of what happened, how we got here. But you're here now, so enjoy the ride. Make the most of it, build your character up, make yourself the most badass person on the planet, in your opinion, right? What's good for you, not for society or according to the standards of others, but what's good for you. But don't get attached. Don't get attached to anything in this place because you're just passing by. So if you're scared right now, this message is for you. If you're worried, if you're about that life, you want to make things happen, but you're worried, right? Then this message is for you. There's nothing to worry about. Doesn't matter. Go try it, whatever. Open that business. Let it fail. Let them laugh at you. Let them say, you've lost. Who cares? And so what? You're afraid of some emotions, some feelings making you feeling uneasy inside. Who cares? No matter what they say. Go. If you want to go lose some weight, go lose it. You gain it back. They say, you're fat again. Who cares? Does that really matter? Is it going to matter in 100 years that somebody laughed at you because you failed in public? Because that's the biggest fear of everybody else, failing in public. You're afraid to say, this is who I am, this is what I want to do, because you're afraid if you fail, people are going to laugh at you and say, you lost, you tried to do this, it didn't work out, you're a loser. Who cares? Right, set forth and do what you need to do, be yourself. Don't infringe on other people's rights, right? Spiritually, physically in this place. Because some of you mess with people's rights spiritually, manipulating energy, doing weird rituals in the middle of the night, right? Trying to enforce your will in someone else's reality, right? So don't stop doing that. Don't infringe on people's rights spiritually and physically. But everything else doesn't really matter. Don't get attached.